A swarm of monsters came crashing down from the sky. The assault struck without warning, leaving everyone completely unprepared. Within seconds, the entire base was engulfed in flames. Among the horde was an exceptionally powerful creature, leading the others in their rampage. Standing before the deputy captain was none other than their leader, Monster Number 10. It had set its sights on the strongest fighter in the base, eager for a direct confrontation. Unfortunately, Captain Mina was absent, which meant the strongest remaining defender was Deputy Captain Charles. Without warning, Monster Number 10 launched a ferocious attack. Charles swiftly dodged while managing to pull his comrades to safety. The monster let out a deafening roar that shook the skies. And in response, the other beasts moved into action. It was clear they had come with the sole purpose of annihilating the base. There was no time for hesitation. Every strike from Monster Number 10 carried the force of a meteor crashing down, devastating and unstoppable. Charles knew that taking even a single hit would mean certain death, yet in terms of speed, he had the upper hand. He darted around the battlefield, evading blow after blow, countering with precise slashes of his weapon. But his attacks glanced harmlessly off the creature's impenetrable shell. Meanwhile, the rest of the defense force was also locked in desperate combat. Their weapons barely scratched the monster's armored hides. Fortunately, Kafka, drawing on his years of experience clearing monster corpses, shouted a vital warning. The creature's weak spot was on their backs. With this crucial intel, the squad quickly reorganized. One fighter drew the enemy's attention head-on, while another struck from behind. At first, the plan seemed flawless. But to their shock, the monsters fought in coordinated pairs, shattering the strategy instantly. Just when despair was setting in, Emily broke the deadlock. She charged forward, her overwhelming power tearing through the enemy ranks. The focus of all eyes was the weapon in her hands, a personalized armament. Normally, only officers at the rank of deputy captain or higher were permitted such gear. But with the surge in both the number and strength of the monsters this year, Command had designated Emily as one of the base's main combatants. Her weapon unleashed devastating shockwaves with each pull of the trigger. Every shot obliterated a foe, leaving her unstoppable in battle. On the field, Emily shone like a war goddess descended, and her arrival turned the tide in an instant. Meanwhile, Charles was still locked in a fierce duel with Monster Number 10. Though its relentless onslaught was terrifying, Charles evaded each strike with remarkable agility. The problem was, he couldn't land a decisive blow. As the battle dragged on, Charles was eventually struck. But even as he was hurled through the air, he retaliated, severing the beast's arm. At that moment, Charles unleashed 92% of his equipment's maximum output. Exploiting a gap in the monster's armor, he carved into its body with pinpoint precision. Yet even after being torn into pieces, Monster Number 10 refused to fall. It regenerated at blinding speed, and upon revival, evolved into an even stronger form. The enhanced creature lunged at Charles once again. Even so, it still couldn't match him at full power. Within moments, Charles had shredded its arm to fragments, exposing its core completely. In the command room, observers thought victory was finally at hand. But against all expectations, Monster Number 10 did not die. Instead, its body swelled to an enormous size, towering over the battlefield. It exhaled massive clouds of steam, and then, horrifyingly, underwent yet another evolution.